Hey, welcome to part 4. As you can tell from the timer, shortly after part 3. So we're getting right into it. Yeah, we're just gonna do more Esperoba. Can I get the dessert menu? There is an item on the dessert menu. There's a hidden game where if I'm still feeling up to it, that I'm gonna start today. I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is. The only hint I'll give you is it's one of my top 5 games of all time. So that should narrow down the list. All right. What is on the hidden secret menu? Dessert menu only comes out under 10 hours. That'd be funny. Can I get that with fries? It's not Pikmin 2. I forgot about the Pikmin series. Can I just get a Big Mac? No, that was last video when we were talking about that stuff. No, I think if we get through it today, I kind of want to play Hades, because it's been a little bit since I've played Hades, and I love that game so much. That game is so good. It's got a really good gameplay loop. The roguelike aspect is really good in it. The story is really good. The characters are really good. The art style is really good. Everyone's so fucking hot. Just a good time. So, I think I want to play more of that, or start it, I guess. Hades nuts. There we go. So I think that's kind of what I'm thinking, but that's not a guarantee. That's just like if I'm feeling kind of crazy, I might do that. But that's not like, I don't know, because I don't think it's one of those things where it's like, for some reason, I don't know why. For some reason, all of my favorite games, just nobody cares about on YouTube. I don't know why. Like I'm a big fan. I guess the one that's kind of an exception is Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door. Paper Mario, it doesn't get that many views, but the engagement, like the likes, the comments and stuff, and the people like ask me to play more of it. You guys love Paper Mario, so I'm glad that finally found kind of a niche on the channel. But the other games are Final Fantasy X, which I tried to do the randomizer, or the randomized sphere grid. I tried to do that either last year or the year before, and nobody gave a shit. Not a single person wanted to watch that, and I was like, oh, okay, that sucks. I thought this was gonna be really fun, but since that's such a long game, since there wasn't, I think I did like 3 or 4 parts, and people were kind of like, they just didn't watch it. So I was like, all right, then I'll just cut this now, rather than get like 20 parts deep into it. But I was kind of excited for that, but couldn't really get chat behind it. I'd like to play Okami again, because I played Okami way back on the channel. I want to say I played Okami like 8 years ago. I think I took a long pause in the middle of it, but I went back and finished it eventually. I'd like to play that again, but again, I don't know if YouTube wants me to play that again. So I'm kind of iffy on that one. Was 1,000-Year Door getting a remake, or was that a Fever Dream? It is getting a remake. It should be, I think they said summer 2024, so I should be finished by the time it comes out. No, Mario RPG came out in November, early December, I think. So that's Paper Mario, that's Final Fantasy X, that's Okami. Those are my top 3. I would say Hades is number 4. Like, I really like Hades a lot. But I don't know if Hades is the kind of game that would vibe with YouTube. It might be. I think roguelikes typically do pretty well on YouTube, but we'll see. I'd really like to. I think you guys would enjoy it. I think I'd enjoy it. I think it'd be a good time all around, but gotta test the waters. I did, because I did Slime Rancher a couple days ago, and it really seemed like nobody gave a shit. I don't know if Slime Rancher is my top 5, but it's definitely my top 10. And I just don't think that people want to see me play Slime Rancher, which is a bummer. I really like that game, but I'm smart enough to know that like if a game is getting 0 views on the channel, I might have to not play it and just play it in my own time or something. At the end of the day, I am a slave to the algorithm, so that's the current plan. Also, the reason that we're not doing any Paper Mario during these streams is that I'm so far ahead on Paper Mario videos. I think the one that came out this week is the beginning of Chapter 5, and I'm like halfway through Chapter 6 in the other videos. I think I'm like 8 videos ahead or something insane like that. So that's why I haven't really done any Paper Mario, because I'm like, I don't need to. Gotta jump on that Hades 2 train the day it comes out. I probably would try. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people watch these streams and watch the games and stuff for me, and sometimes I feel like they're pretty much just interested in the games, and they kind of tolerate me. Like, it's like, he's fine, his voice is pretty good, and I guess he's not that annoying. So, except for some people. So, like, there's some games where really mean a lot to me, not enough people watching, so it's a bummer. But I don't want to bring the mood of the stream down talking about games that I wish did better. So let's change topics. What games are you guys playing on your own time? I know I ask this every day, but I do want to keep checking in to see if you guys are changing games or bumming around. Moz, what are you playing right now? What are you up to in your personal time? Really weird seeing Duster actually legal in one of these old Yu-Gi-Oh games, isn't it though? Fable, Monster Hunter, hell yeah. How far did you get in Fable, Damien? I know you bought it last night. Also, Maz, Carlos was telling me about a job that you had previously. I don't know if you ever shared that with the stream. I don't want to give away your secrets. You used to work in the service industry. Playing Octopath Traveler 2, been on the backlog for a while. Oh yeah, didn't you really, really like 1? Wait, which job? Oh. I don't know if you have any stories from that, or if you want to bury that, or if that's just not information you want me to reveal. I'm like 1 quester after you, I think. The Whisper Hob one. Oh, that's right. I think that's an optional quest, isn't it? Or maybe not. I think the Trader one is the one I have to do next. Very close to completing the Monster Collection. DQ. You keep saying 3. DQ. Isn't it just Dragon Quest Monsters, Dark Prince? I don't think there's a 3. For that, I'll start Born of Bread. I don't know Born of Bread, but I'm going evil. Yeah, I used to work at the City Stadium. We're chatting about it over drinks. Oh, I didn't know that. He didn't tell me it was in a stadium. I was just picturing like kind of a dive place. That's crazy. Boom, 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 boom. Here's a stadium Carlos and you guys went to. That was my college job. That's so. Wait, if that was your college job, that must have been while. That would have been like post you like joining the channel, right? Or I guess like, you know, finding the channel. Because I remember. You're one of the people who joined the channel, like, kind of early. You and ENIAC, little babies. That's crazy. How did I not remember this? I heard it was considered 3 after DQ 1 and 2, ignoring the Joker games. Oh, that's weird. I'm just using the English title for it, so if it is considered that, I'm being blasphemous. That's crazy. I've never worked the food industry because I just never came up. But I have worked retail so much more than I wish I had. So much of my life was spent caring about things in a retail job, and it's not worth the effort. I have like an actual real boring job now, which pays somewhat reasonable wages. It's wank, so you ain't missing out. Great. Also, what a fantastic way to describe something. It's wank. Oh, that's right, Cannon Soldier before it was banned. I still don't know how to do the Cannon Soldier cheat. So, Cannon Soldier's ability is that you contribute one of your monsters and inflicts 500 points of direct damage to your opponent's life points. I think there's an infinite engine that you can do in the early game where you just keep summoning monsters and keep tributing them to just instantly kill your opponent when you get it set up. There's only like 2 or 3 examples of like an unbeatable combo in Yu-Gi-Oh! In early Yu-Gi-Oh! Another one involves it's one of those equip cards that has like a weird effect. Like Gravity Axe is the one where they can't change battle position. I think it's Emma's Knife is one where it's like it has an infinite hack cheat. I don't remember how it works with Cannon Soldier though. I just know that Cannon Soldier has been banned forever. It has not ever come back because it's like super exploitable. Having to fight customers because they're acting like dickheads when I was 17. Oh, Jesus. Well, if you activate 3 scapegoats, that's damage. That's true. I just remember specifically hearing that it was like unbeatable. Unbeatable. They alive, damn it. Also, shout out to boring jobs. My current job can be boring, but also will, like, at the flip of a hat just become, like, insanely busy. So, that's fun. Butterfly daggers, maybe? I think that's what it was. Love my boring job? Hell yeah. Oof. You have to use your cannon turtle to shoot your guy dragon champion opponent's nightmare castle or whatever it was called? Yeah. Don't forget to attack the moon, chat. Especially currently due to real-world events, it's extra boring. Gotcha. This simple cannon soldier attributes one monster inflict 500 damage. Can be used as many times as you want in one turn. So OTK, all you need is a constantly regenerating monster. I guess that's the part that I'm stuck on though. I don't know what monster fits that description in early game. Quillbolt Hedgehog can summon itself from the grave for free if there's a face-up tuner monster. The only catch is that it removes itself from play, which is where the Imperial Iron Wall comes in. Interesting. But like, when did the cannon soldier strategy like first become possible? I want to know when it first happened. I could have been. Oh, hold on. I was reading chat. I'm gonna activate Imperial Order. No spell cards for you. You're playing the same damn game the rest of us are. I'll keep paying. I can't pay that much though. My life points are pretty low. Hero, your health is low. Oh, right, I can't play magic cards, idiot. I just did that. Okay, hold on. I know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm good at this. I've done this once or twice. Firewall Dragon was the first actual good deck that broke Cannon Soldier. Oh, was it really? It was Firewall Dragon of all cards? That's so late. I thought Cannon Soldier has been banned since, like, GX era. Global Hedge Quincy, the only catch that where Imperial Wall comes in. Sorry for multiple message YouTube's camera loop. That's fine, don't worry about it. I don't see why it would be. It seems better than both EDS and the one he played. What game? Wasn't 2004 considered the worst game at the time? Yeah, so I think multiple people have told me that this game is like considered like really bad. And I don't understand why. Because like, I think it's fine. I think Stairway is worse. Because I think Stairway is just so much longer. It just takes like, it's just RNG, just like randomly talking to people. Hope you're fighting rare hunters. And on top of that, it pretty much gives you all the best, like, your starting deck in Stairway to the Destined Duel is busted. It's like so much, hold on, wait. It's like so much stronger than other decks I've played recently, where I'm like, I like barely need to change this. It's already like meta. Like, yeah, there are better strategies I can use, but like, it's mostly there right now. Like, I'm sad that that the only Fable 1 is on Steam. Yeah, I don't know why that is. Is there like a weird licensing thing where Fable 1 is okay to be on Steam, but not Fable 2 or 3? I know 3 used to be on Steam. That's what's even more confusing. Or maybe Fable 3 was Games for Windows Live, and they just never made another one. I guess people don't like the pack system compared to the other World Championship games. I think it's fine. I mean, this game is basically the natural evolution of Eternal Duelist Soul, which is why I don't understand why people are like upset with it. Oh, we got Bickery Box and Garnecia Elephantus. This card would be so good if it just had like one less star. Oh, we got Skull Knight too. Look at all these random achievements. Why are there achievements for Skull Knight and Bickery Box? Who cares? Could be that when they made the anniversary, they could redo their licensing contracts. Maybe there's like 3 versions of Fable 1. There's Fable 1 for the Xbox. There's Fable: The Lost Chapters, which adds an epilogue. I think adds a couple extra spells and stuff too. And then there's Fable Anniversary, which is just the Lost Chapters, but they just upped the graphics and like kind of remastered it, made it play a little bit better. Maybe it's because it's old. Maybe there are other games that are new. It could be. That's usually not an issue with licensing, though. Maybe it's something to do with Microsoft Studios, because I know Microsoft Studios had kind of weird, wonky contracts where they had to like renegotiate some of them. Like Alan Wake was originally a Microsoft Studios game, so it didn't come to other consoles for like a decade. And Dead Rising 1 has a weird contract where that wasn't allowed to be in other places for a very long time too. So who knows? Also, Conrider, can I ask, Just so that I can know if my bones are fading to dust. That 08 at the end of your name. That wouldn't be the year you were born, would it be? Surely everyone in this stream is like 25 plus, right? I'm not old. Surely there aren't people that young on the internet. That would be crazy. I noticed it earlier, and I was like, now I have to ask. By the way, you're allowed to be here if you're young. It's fine. But like, it's just gonna make me feel like ancient. No, I'm 27. Okay. Oh god. Whew. I was like, is there a 15-year-old in my chat right now? How did that happen? Imagine being 15 and watching Nick content. I know. Hold on. Do I want a Mirror Force here? Yeah, I'll do it. Okay. Skull Mariner it is. Sometimes numbers are just added because names are taken. I guess. I remember when I was younger, I forget who said it. I think it might have been like a video I was watching, or it might have been like a stream or a friend or something. Someone was like, imagine having like X's and O's in your name, or like having like a number. And I was like, oh, yeah. So like I think my old gamertag had numbers in it. So I was like, oh, well, I should change it to, I think they said something where it's like, imagine not being creative enough to like come up with a name that doesn't have numbers or X's in it. I was like, oh, fuck. I feel attacked right now. That's when I changed to Wrath of Zalis as my gamer tag. Because I like the sound of it. It sounds intense. And it kind of rolls off the tongue a little bit, so I like it. I like my name tag. But I just remember what can I activate? Oh, let's activate Summon Tools. I remember hearing that and I was like, oh, well, I should come up with a better name. And I did. And that's the story. That is as they say that. Yeah, Noob Killer, XX Noob Killer with a 3. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. I was watching PewDiePie when I was 12, so I mean that's PewDiePie's target audience, so that's not that crazy. My target audience is not 12-year-olds. My target audience is a little bit higher. My target audience is 18 plus because I can't watch my mouth. My target audience is 18 plus because I say fuck too much. Alright, we don't need to keep making these name tags. I get it, guys. But, yeah, I don't know. So ever since then, I just like, every time I have to make an account, I try my hardest to not include a number or anything. Nick's target audience is people who were alive when Digimon Adventure was airing. True. Not a huge fan of my PSN name, Sean7979, but it's far too late to change it. Now, here's the thing where I'll say it differently. Or here's the thing that I'll say differently for you, Sean. I feel like it's cooler for you because you got just like a normal first name. Like you just have like Sean and then 2 numbers, or like 4 numbers. That's not that bad. I think when you compare it to people on like Twitter, who it's like, you know, their name will be like Dave, like 1624, you know, 97564 like the numbers go like way far out. I think that's when it looks ridiculous, but yours is short enough where I think you get away with it. My name is Cringy. I'm used to changing it. I think you're alright. My nephew is 12 and he loves watching you. Oh no, I don't like hearing that. That's like when like I would go and visit my my relatives, and like my aunt or uncle would be like, yeah, we showed them your channel, and I was like, don't show my little cousins my channel. I don't want to think about some of the jokes I make and know that like my young family is watching. That's so weird. Don't put that pressure on me. And then, you know, like a week will go by and I'll forget about it and I'll just go back to being like, hey, balls. So it doesn't last forever. But I just remember being like, don't show them my channel. I don't remember when it happened. But I went from, I think it was around, maybe after like the first year. Like the first year I had a channel, you know, it's hard to grow an audience. So like I would basically tell everyone that I had a YouTube channel. It's like, oh, you should watch it. And I know how stupid that sounds, but you should watch it because I hate the idea of going up to someone and being like, hey, have you checked out my YouTube channel? I'm like, ugh. So I stopped doing that pretty quickly. And it's just, so now it's like the opposite reaction where someone will be like, oh yeah, I saw that you did a video on this. I was watching it. It's like, don't tell me you watch me. I don't want to know. It's people I know in real life that I don't want to know that they watch me. That's too weird. Like I had, oh my god. I can talk about this now, I think. I think enough time has passed where I can talk about this. When I was, I want to say this was in 2020, maybe 2021. Someone brought up that I had a YouTube channel to like our contractors, like at work. So these are people that like don't work for WB, but like we contract the company they work for to get them to like help work for us. I'm not going to go into details beyond that, but the basic idea is that they don't work directly with us, but they work kind of for us. And in like a meeting we were talking about them, someone was like, "Oh yeah, Nick has a YouTube channel," and they were all like, "Oh my god, really? What is it?" And I was like, "Don't like we don't. Come on, guys. This is like now I got to be worried that like my fucking coworkers are watching me." And then again, once enough time has passed, I'm like, my coworkers aren't watching me. I'm fine. They're not. They don't think I'm. They don't think I'm funny like that, so it's okay. I don't have to worry about that anymore. But it was just like it's just like such a weird like situation where I'm like, I don't need to know that. Just lie to me. Say you've never heard of me. It's fine. I'm just like, ugh. I'm secretly a coworker? Oh my god, don't do this to me. There's a non-zero... I mean, I know there's a non-zero chance that some of my coworkers are watching this. Fuck, my boss donated to the stream, so like... You know, I know it happens. I just keep pretending it doesn't happen. Like, I just keep telling myself that it doesn't happen. I'm like, no, it's fine. Nobody's doing that. But, and like, I had the same thing. I had nothing against the contractors or anything like that. If they wanted to watch, that's fine. I just didn't want to know about it. I didn't want to like. I need enough time to pass. Under is your boss? No, my boss did 1 hour. He didn't go super hard. I think that was his birthday Christmas present to me, which you know. Sure, whatever. Let me see. Sean's is cool anyway. True. God, stop getting rid of my monsters. I want to just win. You're making that much harder. My first username, I think, was Veg Son of Vegeta on Neopets. Hell yeah. And they had Damien D. Lioncourt on a roleplay site. I've just been Damien DL since there. Fair. My first... I'm not going to say what my first gamertag was, because then chat will never let me forget it. I still don't think it's that bad. It just doesn't fit my personality. Like, I don't even know how I came up with it. I think, I'll tell you the first time I used it, though. The first time I used my original screen name was on AIM. AOL Instant Messenger. Which is a very old sentence. It's like, anyone else remember AIM? Remember messaging with your friends on AIM? Do you remember signing in? Every time someone would sign in, you hear the door open, and then you hear the door close when they would go offline. Anyone remember those old days? Do you remember turning off notifications for when people came online, except for that like one person you had a crush on, and you want to know when you could message them and just chat and shoot the shit? Just bringing you back to a real old time chat. Do you guys remember that? You in the comments, YouTube? Do you remember that? Or was that just me? I don't think I used AIM, but I definitely used, remember MSN Messenger. There was MSN Messenger. There was, I think there was a Hotmail thing too. You remember staying up talking to people on AIM until like 3 in the morning? Yes. Yes, I do. Anyone remember dial-up? I didn't really have to mess around with dial-up too much, thankfully. But I do remember dial-up. I was around for the tail end of dial-up. Oh, we unlocked Bones finally. Bones and his giant-ass forehead. Speaking of giant foreheads, we also have Weedle. That sounds old AF. BBM is where I was at back then. What's BBM? I remember having to hang up the phone to use the internet. Dude, we're aging all of ourselves now. This is bad. I also remember this is how old AIM is, and this is also how old Facebook is. I remember Facebook would do a thing, or I think AIM would do a thing, where you would get a notification on AIM telling you that like one of your AOL Instant Messenger friends started a Facebook, and that you should also start a Facebook to talk to them on there. And I'm like, what is this new thing? I don't want to go to a new website. Let me just stay on this website. I was a Facebook holdout. And then I think I got into like freshman year of high school, or like end of 8th grade in middle school, and I was like, all right, I'll make a Facebook, whatever. BlackBerry Messenger. Oh, that's right. I remember that was a thing too. I never used it, but I know some people. I remember BlackBerry before iPhones came out. BlackBerry was like the epitome of like the coolest phone you could have. Until the iPhone wiped it off the fucking map. Like, completely got rid of it. I remember making a friend online from the UK and then talking to them on the phone and my parents not being happy about that. Yeah, that'd be a little weird. I remember putting song lyrics and emojis in your display name. Oh, yes. I remember you had like a profile on AIM, which was just like a text box that you would just like fill with whatever you want. And some of them were so angsty. I remember away messages on AIM were just being like, too tired or too annoyed to talk. Don't message me. Whatever. Just like, shut up. Ugh. Just like begging for attention, but not getting it. Yeah, those were the days. Rigeki's activated. Can I do anything against Rigeki? I don't think so. Oh, I can do Royal Decree. Or no, that's the trap one, right? Yeah. Ceasefire, remember first. Yeah, I got nothing. How long can Discord names? We should do that as a meme. We should not do that as a meme. When MySpace was cool and taught us how to do rudimentary coding, I never got into MySpace. I think I had one. I visited a few friends' MySpace pages, and I was like, I don't think this is for me. Was kind of my reaction. But like, I remember going to MySpaces occasionally. My first phone was a Windows phone. That's insane. That's wild. My first phone was a Nokia singular flip phone. So one of those demon Furbies. I never had. I think we might have had like one Furby or something. By the way, Nick, my page turned your cursor into a Superman shield. Eh? Oh, do you mean for MySpace? Oh my god, dude. That was another thing. Do we want to talk old internet? Do you guys remember like the age of like LimeWire and like getting those weird like companion apps like Bonsai Buddy, which was pretty clearly just malware, where like you would install a widget on your phone and it would or not on your phone, in like your computer. Oh my god, Jesus. What do you think Bonsai Buddy is up to these days? Do you think someone's bought the rights to Bonsai Buddy? Might turn into a flaming skulls for my whole ass aesthetic. Oh my god. Yeah, I didn't really mess around with MySpace. My only experience with MySpace was I remember friends having music on their pages, and I would just like, as soon as I clicked on their page, I would just frantically try to find where the video player was so that I could pause it. Now, I didn't do MySpace. I did something infinitely more embarrassing, which is I used to make websites on freewebs.com. Just treat it like a blog, where you could just like kind of make your own web page, just like a single page web page, and kind of do whatever you wanted with it. And I was just like, I was deep into freewebs. I was constantly trying to get clicks on my freewebs.com, and I was just like, what a weird time. When your family member would take a phone call and cut the internet until they were done talking on the phone. So I didn't really mess with that part. I never had to mess with that part of the internet. Like, I remember I was too young at that time. I think we got past dial-up fairly quickly. You remember when every kid accidentally installed a virtual stripper on the desktop, or just me? I don't think I did that one. I'm kind of stuck on Sean here for a second. You didn't have a cell phone until after you finished high school? I had a cell phone like in 7th grade. I can't imagine not having a cell phone in high school. How the fuck did that happen? That sounds like it sucks. How did you deal with that? Buddy of mine made a fighting game with the Adobe Flash back in the old days. Bloody Rage is the name. You can mix and match different parts of different characters and fight. Oh, that's cool. I remember trying to learn Flash, and I remember there was like a course in in either middle school or high school where you could like learn Flash, and like for whatever reason I wasn't eligible for it, and I remember being upset because I was like, I want to do stuff in Flash, but like nobody will teach me how. So on dial-up for way longer than normal because we were poor. Also the reason I didn't get a cell phone until after high school. Gotcha. I mean, I was still really poor, but I don't know. I guess we must have had a good plan for the phone or whatever. I know I paid for my own phone. I know I paid for the iPhone because I had a job at like 14. I've only been unemployed for for like 8 months since I've been 14. I've been consistently employed since then, which is not really an achievement so much as it is a scathing indictment on the American middle class that I had to work for that long. Nick yearned for the mines? No, I worked at a grocery store, and I fucking hated it. It was not a good job. Cell phones weren't really common yet when I was in school. Maybe 20% people had them the most. Are you sure, Sean? We're like the same age, aren't we? Aren't you 31? I think in my school every single person had a cell phone. Maybe I was just in a different. Maybe it was just the area. Well, actually, to be fair, my hometown was kind of a rich town. I lived in what is effectively the projects of my hometown. So like I lived in like the lower income housing, which like I think they must have gotten like a tax break for having in the town, but everyone else, like I would go to friends' houses and they would have these like fucking 5-bedroom like mansions, and I would be like, what the fuck is this? How are all of your houses so big? And like by the time I was like 18, like I knew kind of like more about the world, I was like, I fucking hate that they all have these houses. these guys don't know fucking shit. They don't know what it's like to be poor. And I was right, they didn't, but like, you know, that doesn't negate their life experience. I had a Nokia and played the shit out of Snake. I played a lot of Snake when I used my Nokia. Then I switched to like, you know, I had all those garbage apps that, you know, were on the App Store when you like first start out. Like you'd have the one where it'd be like, you could shake like a fucking spray paint can. You could do like a can to make like fill it. You could do the fake lightsaber app thing when you like move the phone around. I had all of that terrible bloatware. Oh, actually, we don't need to do Barrel Drag anymore. I had that, and I had and then I had like Angry Birds, which was like the first like playable game. People had iPods instead of phones. Yeah, maybe it was a Canada thing. That was not my my experience. Aw, sick, guys. Fortress Whale. Let's go. We did get relinquished, even though this isn't the relinquished pack. Alright, Espa. We got 2 more duels, and I'm done with you. People had iPods instead of phones. I remember iPod touches being kind of a thing. Got Mako Tsunami's dad? No, his dad is the ocean. I'll go with this. Black Nostalgia Pack is all ritual stuff? Yeah, it's been like that for the last couple games. I think there's only like 10 cards in that pack too. So it shouldn't be too hard to unlock the next duelist. Oh, Change of Heart. Hey, you didn't have to though. That's okay. Oh, turn 1 Jinzo, huh? I think... Oh, does Jinzo's effect... Wow. That's not how that's supposed to work. What do you mean? That's bullshit. Are you kidding me? So what happened there... Jinzo was summoned. Jinzo's effect makes it so that traps can't be activated, but I don't think that effect takes place until Jinzo like is successfully summoned. You're supposed to be able to negate the summon with Trap Hole. Even though Jinzo can stop trap cards, its effect doesn't take place yet, I don't think, in like the order of operations. So that's kind of annoying that it didn't let me play Trap Hole. That's kind of cheating of the game, but whatever, I guess. Fuck you, Dark Hole. Now that's right? Is that really how it works? I thought Jinzo had to like... Isn't there a thing where a card has to like settle on the field? Trap Hole doesn't negate the summon? Oh, like that's right. You're right. It's not... I was right. Kinda. But I forgot... I was overestimating Trap Hole. Trap Hole doesn't negate, so I guess Jinzo's effect still goes through. Because it doesn't negate it, it still works. You could Solemn Judgment, Jim Joe? Jim Joe. Because of Counter Trap? Okay. IRL and future games can respond to Jinzo summon first. I think they're right though. I think it depends on the card. I don't think that's a order of operations card issue. I think that's a Trap Hole issue. Trap Hole is kind of like the first like basic ass spell or basic ass trap. So it's missing a lot of the utility that later traps have. Time to go to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo. Did you guys hear that the voice actor for Hugh Neutron like recorded that? He like did it for a cameo or something, and he was like, "Time to go to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo." You haven't played Persona yet? You should play Persona. It's good games. I heard the Persona games are really bad. I heard that they're like notoriously like really, really bad. And people who like and play the Persona games are like bad people. I heard that. I heard that online. So I kind of assume that that's true. Sean, Maz, can you confirm that is Persona a good series? Persona sucks, especially 3 would lose to Trap Hole, Bottomless, and Torrential Tribute. Okay, because those are like, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. I actually don't know if Maz likes Persona. I know Sean loves it. I've played all the, or not all the, I've played 3 and 4 and 5 for the Persona games. I started Strikers. I haven't really gone back to it yet, but it was fine for what I played. And I tried Persona Arena, and that sucked. Just not my kind of game. What Persona fans are fat? Yeah. And then, but I really like 3, 4, and 5. Played 2, 3, 4, 5 Persona. It's pretty neat. What's the best version of Persona 3? Because there's 3 versions, right? Soon to be 4. There's Vanilla Persona 3, there's FES, and then there's Portable. Even though Portable and FES should absolutely have the same content. It's kind of insane that they didn't do that. Soon to be 4th looks very good. I haven't really looked at it. I'm kind of trying to avoid looking at stuff for the new Persona 3 because like I need to finish my replay of the original 3 first, or Portable first. None of them are good. Oh, we got a Persona 3 hater here. Wow, can't imagine. But yeah, I like you son of a bitch. You're gonna do this to me again? Fuck you. Yeah. Got my 600 life points in a dream. MC is cool. I'd say Portable now is probably the best. Yeah, so do we know if the remake is going to have the FES stuff and like Portable as well? It kind of seems like they're just like going to the basics. I don't know why they can't seem to crack the formula of just including everything that from Persona 3 into the remake. Like it seems super weird to me. I'm like, why is this so weird? Like, you've made, like, so many different versions. Just squish them all together. Atlas, small indie company? Oh, boy. I know the feeling. And I know Persona is not for everyone, but I love them. I was just joking. We're Persona fans here. At least most of us are. Cool. Oh, we got Dark Magic Ritual. MC male social links are going to be included, kind of. Oh, are they finally going to allow same-sex relations in a Persona game? Like 20 years after they should have. I do think it's kind of crazy that of all the games, no god, no gays or bang. Why though? It's so weird. I'm like, but you get like little events of them. I guess that's something, right? Why are they so squeamish about it? Is it like a Japanese dev thing? Because like of all games to like be kind of forward with same-sex stuff, the original Fable came out in like 2004 and allowed same-sex like marriage in game. So I'm like, why the fuck did this take so long for everything else? MC isn't worth cutting out the answer and cutscenes, also prefer being able to actually walk around. See, that's the thing, is I liked Portable because I don't have to walk around. The writer is like an actual nutter. I thought that writer stopped, didn't he stop working on Persona, or did I make that up? I thought they got rid of him. That like, wasn't he like super fucking old? Like, don't forget the whole like, I've talked about this so much. I don't want to do it again, especially not in a Yu-Gi-Oh video. But like the whole thing about Persona 4 is that every character's like arc is just like, maybe I should suck it up and just go with the way things are, which is like such a bad message. Like it's such a like really, really bad message. I'm just like, maybe things aren't as bad as I thought they were. I'm like, that's not the message. Like that's so bad. Like, I love it. It's so funny. It's so funny. The Naoto arc is aged so badly. There's so much of Persona 3 and 4 that have aged like fucking cottage cheese. Some of it aged pretty well. Some of it did not. Some of it is really bad. But I'm just like, dude, it's so weird. I love Persona 4. I think that I love the town. I love the dungeon system. I love the TV aspect. I love so much of Persona 4. The story is so... I even like the story in a lot of parts, but I'm just like, dude, this is... I don't know. Like, you can kind of tell that Persona 4 and Persona 5 to an extent, like, there's a little bit of like, yeah, but like maybe... Like, let me try and break this down the quickest I can without going into specifics. Because again, that's for a different video. But it's basically... they're basically like, okay, the adults aren't doing anything, so it's up to us kids to save the world and the town. And they do that. But then also, every time you have like a social link or you like max out a bond with like a specific character, it always ends up being like, hey, these adults are like pushing this on me and it's like really not good. And then you'll end up beating someone who's evil. And then the resolution every single time is always something that's just like, yeah, I know I got burned by that adult, but I found this adult who's like kind of better, so I'm just going to keep doing that thing that was making me miserable. It's like, it's every single arc, every single one. And it's so fucking funny. It's so good. It's one of those things where I can kind of laugh at it objectively now, but I'm just like, the messages are so opposed. It's like the entire thesis of the games is that don't underestimate kids. Kids, you know, the power potential of like kind of being able to do whatever you want to be. That's the core thesis. That's the whole thing behind the MC and all of the Persona games. Is like, you know, you can have every Persona because you're the wild card, because your destiny is like, you know, you can make it whatever you want to be. But then everyone else in the game is like, well, I guess I'm going to do that thing that my parents told me to do, or I'm going to do that thing that the adults told me to do, because it just seems like it's the right thing to do. Like, no! I'm done. I'm done with my rant. It's just, the more I talk about it, the more excited I get, because it's so funny. Like, from a writing perspective, it's bananas that they did that. It doesn't make sense. And I constantly get stuck on it. Because I'm just like, it just feels like... It feels like the main story and the like specific character stuff were written by two different people, in like two completely different franchises. Yeah, exactly. There's a couple characters that are like perfect for it, where it'll be like like Yukiko, one of the first characters you get in Persona 4. Her whole arc is like, I don't want to run the inn. It's stressing me out that everyone is putting this potential or putting the stress on me. And like, I don't, you know, I want to live my own life. And then you finish her arc, and it's literally just like, you know what? I will run that in. And it's just like, she's like, I guess I was just overreacting. I'm like, that's such a bad resolution. That's so bad. And it's so good. Because I'm just like, dude, it's fun to laugh at. You can, the whole thing about, it's pretty much just like, I pick apart these games because I love them, because I think the Persona games are very fun. They have a very fun and engaging and like really good like gameplay loop that like keeps you like engaged. But at the same time, some of the stuff in it is just so incongruent with the message, and I'm just like, it's great. And I know some people are going to disagree with me. That's fine. This is not a hill that I want to die on, mostly because I just don't want to have the conversation. So like, if you think differently, great, congratulations. Again, this does not make the Persona games bad, by any means. I think the games are still good. It's just like, you have to look at them objectively, and it's just sort of just like, what were they thinking? Like, how did this happen? No, it's the objectively correct take on Persona 4 in particular. I mean, that's the thing too, is like, because Persona 4 was my favorite for a very long time. So like, being able to kind of analyze it again and be like, well, wait a minute, like, just makes it kind of better in my eyes, because it means that I have the perspective to just be like, well, wait a minute. That doesn't... Why would they do that? That doesn't make sense. Didn't Persona 2 also literally have Hitler? I think Persona 2 did have Hitler. That's true. Oh, it's funny because Persona 2 just has like actual game main character. Oh, that's right. Didn't this writer, the one who's like super like, I mean, effectively backwards is what I'll say. Didn't he like jump on in Persona 3? So it's kind of confusing because on one hand, Persona 3 pretty much revitalized the series. and like blew it off the map. And 4 as well, and 5. Like every new Persona game is like more popular than the last. So like clearly they're doing something right, but at the same time, like they're stuck so far behind in some ways. It's just like crazy. Hitler is like the secondary main antagonist in Persona 2. Fucking cool. That's so weird. That's so weird. I don't want to activate anything. Persona 5, it's not as bad. No, I think Persona 5, they start to... Things are starting to change around with it, so I don't think it's quite as bad. But Persona 5 has a couple things where I'm like, are we sure, though? Hitler was also in Dragon Ball? Oh, was he part of the Red Ribbon Army? Was one of the characters supposed to be like that? Was it like original Dragon Ball? Also, I just missed that. Typical woman overreacting, am I right, lads? No, I'm not. I'm not giving you anything to that. Yo, Hungry Burger, let's go. Also, we got Black Illusion Ritual and Blacklisted Soldier in the same pack. That's pretty hype. The whole game revolves around urban rumors coming true, so Hitler is back because the Hitler never died rumor is looking for the lost ark. That is batshit. That's insane. That was like a real game? Like that really happened? That's wild. Why would they let that happen? In one of the movies, Hitler gets blown up by Gotenks? Oh, okay. It's very Persona. It sounds Persona. Persona 2 is pretty great. I don't know that I'll ever play Persona 2. I'm just not really interested. I mean, maybe, but my big worry with Persona 2 is that I assume that the gameplay aged, like, you know, really badly. Like with Persona 3, 4, and 5, some of the gameplay is a little dated, but for the most part, it's pretty solid. It's just the story that didn't really age super well. But with Persona 1 and 2, I kind of also assume that the gameplay aged really badly. It absolutely should be remade. We'll see. It seems like Atlas doesn't remember that Persona 1 and 2 exist, so... Oh, I did forget that guy, the Red Ribbon Army. Yeah, he was super early on. He's the one who, like... They fight underground or something like that. I remember, like... He was threatening... I forget too much, but you're right. That was, like, really, really early on in Dragon Ball. It was, like, the first, like, 17 chapters. Gameplay is decent, but there's the usual old-school RPG annoyances. Yeah, it's never getting remade because Atlas are serious. I mean, the thing that we don't really want to think about... And at the end of this, I'll stop talking about Persona, because I know this is a Yu-Gi-Oh video. So I apologize for all the non-Yu-Gi-Oh content. But like at the end of the day, I mean Atlas must have done the market research, right? Like they must have like done surveys and stuff and seen that like nobody gives a shit about Persona 1 and 2, not to like a marketable degree. So they probably that's probably the reason that they're not doing anything with it. Oh wow, attacking with Jirai Gumo and calling it right. Oh, can I manipulate this? Hold on. It's gonna always be heads. Is that what the game is telling me? Hold on, let's... Before he attacks. It's just always heads. The game said no. Okay, that's fine. I don't know, Capcom ignores the fans, so maybe Atlas does too. Isn't Capcom doing pretty well? All things considered, what's Capcom ignoring the fans about? Because... I mean, we have Street Fighter 6, which everyone keeps telling me is like the best Street Fighter has been in like a while. They've done crazy good things with Resident Evil, where we've got Resident Evil 4 remake, we've got 8. Probably rolled when a card is activated place, probably. Catherine was a great game. I mean, Catherine was a pretty good game. They hate us Mega Man fans? That's fair. I think it's probably the same deal. I bet they did market research and they decided that Mega Man isn't worth it. It sounds like it's like some big conspiracy of them not listening to fans, but it's probably more likely just market research. Which sucks, but that is kind of how it is. I feel like Capcom had a real bad streak for a while, I think. Fuck, dude. Weevil is unironically beating the shit out of me. Why does Weevil have so many good cards? What happened here? I have like empty hands. Like, what am I supposed to do here? They know that nobody buys platformers, unfortunately. I mean, we have like actual proof that nobody buys platformers because the Insomniac report came out, and apparently Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart sold at a loss at first. I think they eventually made their money back, but it did sound like it sold at a loss at first. Alright, just gonna smash into their big monster. What's the worst that could happen? Okay. I haven't played Full Body yet, just the original one. I've heard Full Body was pretty good. Unless you're the fat Italian plumber, true. He's the only one who gets around it. And maybe I can pull this out? Let's see. I'm currently losing by a lot. Actually, creator of Mega Man left Capcom and tried his hand in his own game, Mighty Number 9. I'm very familiar with Mighty Number 9. Oh, I lose. Oh, maybe? What do we got? Nope, I lose. Okay. I remember... Sean, are you the one who actually didn't mind Mighty Number 9? I know Spencer hated it. I know a lot of people hate Mighty Number 9. I played a little bit of it, but I'm not really a 2D platformer, so it's not really my kind of game anyway. Sonic, God bless me, tries, but that bastard company refuses to make a competent game anyway. So, I mean, Sonic is in such a strange position. It seems like, from the outside, that it's just impossible to make a good 3D Sonic game, is what it seems like. It seems like it's just not possible. But it does seem like occasionally they make a good 2D one. And then people wish they would make more 2D ones, but they keep trying to take chances on a new 3D Sonic. Although Frontier was weird. I heard some people really liked Frontier and some people said it was bad. So I don't know what to think anymore. As someone watching from the outside, I have no idea how the Sonic fandom is doing. It seems like there are like 3 times as many bad Sonic games as there are good Sonic games, which is insane. That's an insane fail rate. So like, I don't know how they keep getting made, because I guess just like the Sonic brand is just that strong. But that seems crazy to me. Because they have no standard Sonic fans, just slop. Jesus. I didn't say that. Don't come at me in the comments about that. I didn't say it. I have no opinions on the Sonic fandom, other than just like they're real. They really stick to it. I did at me. Last one I liked was a Shadow game for PS2. Boy, that's a one out of left field. I've seen a playthrough of the Shadow game. That is the single most edgiest game I've ever seen on its own. I cannot believe how edgy that game is. Like, at the end of every level, Shadow just being like, I don't care, whatever. I'm just like, oh my god. You could distill this cringe and you'd have pure 2003. Sonic Adventure and Heroes were good 3D Sonic games though. You say that, but also those games came out, what, 15, 20 years ago? So like, that could have just been like, they could have been good for the time. I don't know that they hold up. I tried to play Sonic Adventure 2 far after it came out, and I did not enjoy my time with it. And I've seen other people play Sonic Adventure 2 like way later, and that game kind of sucks. But like, I understand why people liked it at the time. I think it's one of those games where if you try and play it today, it is not good. That's my opinion. It's okay if you like it. It's fine. I do not speak for everybody about this particular topic. I am not a Sonic expert. But for me personally, I didn't really like Sonic Adventure 2. They just went and gave him a gun because, I don't know. I think you're right. I don't remember him being that edgy in Adventure 2. He just seemed kind of like confused. And then, for whatever reason, they were like, what if we made a bad boy? And I'm like, I guess. Sonic Riders was good. Sonic Forces, too. I like, you could make up some of these, and I wouldn't know if they're a real game or not. People will be like, yeah, Sonic Jenga was a great time. And I'm like, what the fuck is Sonic Jenga? Like, what? It would be really easy to fool me into believing that a fake Sonic game existed. I really can't beat that Jiraiya. Weevil is actually pretty tough. Sonic Riders was actually fun though. I can't. I don't know. The only problem is he was supposed to say shit in hell, but they cut it out because they wanted a PG rating, I think. I am gonna go out on a limb here, Kamen Rider. I'm gonna say that them not letting Shadow say shit in hell is not the reason why Shadow the Hedgehog is not a good game. I think there are other reasons why it's not a good game. I think that it might be the general vibe of the game that's not good. I think that's really what it is. I don't think that's the reason. I think there were other things at play. Just got 100% collection after 102 hours. DQM Dark Prince is great. Hey, congrats, Mr. Hal. How many total monsters are there in that game? Sonic Riders is essentially Sonic Mario Kart, but on hoverboard. Sonic Forces you got to play as your custom character. Oh, that's right. Forces is the one where you could make your Sonic OC. That's right. I will say, I heard Forces wasn't very good, but being able to create your own Sonic character, that's exactly what that fandom wants. So that kind of seems like a step in the right direction. Oh, now he's too afraid to attack with Jiraiya. 523, that's so many monsters. What do you mean? Wow. I got a long run ahead of me. I really hope that game does come to Xbox and PlayStation, because that Dark Prince is a game I would love to platinum. But also, that scares the shit out of me. That it's that long, and there's just like that many monsters in it. Character creator is the only thing I like about it. Sonic Boom TV show is genuinely absolutely hilarious. I don't know. I'm not a Sonic fan, and to be honest, I don't really see myself joining that fandom. But I'm happy for the people that enjoy it. Big ups to you guys. Alright, I need to sacrifice monsters so I can defeat this Jiraiya. Because Weevil is a lot harder than I thought he would be. Maneater Bug, here it is. Maneater Bug, Maneater Bug. I'm ready for it. I'm ready. Show me the game. Okay. That's also bad. That's also pretty bad. Fuck. I shouldn't have attacked it. Damn it. I might lose here. They should join whatever they get 2 consecutive good games back to back. Never. Weevil is the hardest tier 2? I believe it. He's pretty tough. It's because Jiraiya is really good, and there's a lot of other good bugs with good effects. Like 4-star Ladybug, Maneater Bug. Hey, don't kill me this turn. Have your life points again. Perfect. So I'm going to win because Weevil was so reckless with his life points, I can just attack over him. This is actually going to be pretty funny. I should have enough here. Get rolled by Science Soldier. It's his ace. I can't beat Science Soldier. He has 800 attack points. So I think I win here because he actually went out of defense mode. Oh yeah, so 800 attack points. Let's see. Let's go! I used my brain. And also, I think he lost every single roll, which is pretty funny. We haven't unlocked whoever comes from the Blacklist Soldier pack, so I gotta keep buying more. Chakra. Why is that an achievement? Why is Chakra an achievement, but not Blackluster Soldier? What do you mean? Who made this game? Or who made this achievement list? Weevil is supposed to be the deck that teaches you deck symmetry? I mean... Oh, there we go. There's Mako. Better get Mako. Alright, so we have all the tier 2 duelists unlocked, so I can start messing around with the other packs now. Actually, let me double check the tier 3 duelists. Okay, so to unlock... Let me watch something. Hold on. I wanna see what we're missing here. We're probably gonna wrap up here for part 4, but I wanna just see what we're kind of working with moving forward. So for Bandit Keith, you have to have Barrel Dragon card in your trunk and not in your deck, and have beaten all the tier 2 duelists 5 times each. Joey Wheeler, you have to have a Jinzo card in your trunk. Mai, you have to have Harpy Lady in your trunk and no Harpy's Feather Duster in your deck. So we can unlock Bandit Keith and Mai pretty easily, because I think we have the cards that they need. And then for Pegasus, you need to have at least 1 Toon World, Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, and Toon Summon Skull in your deck. So that's 3 toons we have to collect. So we'll probably start going through the Toon pack, since we need so many of them. And that's it for the tier 2 duelists. So we just have to beat everyone. And then to unlock more of the packs, we have to keep beating these guys 10 times. So I've got 29 duels to do on tier 2 before I'm done with them, it sounds like. Joey Wheeler being a high tier duelist is odd. I actually kind of like it. I noticed that pretty early on. I actually think that fits him pretty well, because Joey isn't a bad duelist. I don't like, you can kind of get away with making Yugi like a starter duelist, because, you know, you can just use Yami Yugi as like a high tier duelist instead, but Joey is just one character. So I think putting him kind of like square in the middle is like where he belongs. So I think, well, hold on. I gotta challenge this statement a little bit. Joey was actually a good duelist. He consistently kept with high ranked duelists without plot armor. I agree with all of that except the last 3 words. I think Joey was a good duelist. He did keep up with the high ranked duelists. He absolutely had plot armor. Like, yeah, that's the other thing. Don't forget, he beat Merrick, but then I guess Joey has reverse plot armor. He beat Merrick, but then the show was like, no. We can't just have Joey beat the final boss here before, like, you know, Yugi even fights him. So, like, we're just going to make him pass out. Joey got done dirty. But also, Joey is just really lucky. Joey's deck works on luck, which is literally plot armor. Like, he loses his rolls occasionally. I want you to think about how many times Joey played Time Wizard and how many times it failed versus how many times it succeeded. Because I think Time Wizard only failed maybe twice. I know for sure it fails against Bones. I don't remember if it fails again. But the rest, he absolutely wins every single gamble. Like, he always gets just the right Skull Dice and Graceful Dice. He always gets just the right Time Wizard roll. Like, Joey has absolutely his plot armor. Is it really just against Bones? Yeah, so come on. He's used Time Wizard how many times? And he lost the roll once? He's got plot armor. He's still good, though. I still think he deserves to be in the higher duelist. So, yeah, we got a first loss, by the way. Is this my first loss? No, hold on. I lost to Taya, didn't I? Oh, no, I lost to Grandpa. I lost to Grandpa without him summoning Exodia, which is pretty embarrassing. But, yeah, so we just got to beat... we got 29 more duels to do against these 3 to unlock the packs, but I'm having fun. I don't know how long the series is going to go for, because, like I said, we got a lot of duels. It depends on how stally some of their decks are and how good my deck is going to get, but I'm enjoying it. It's a good time. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in part 5.